10 Secretive Signs He Wants You Back. WOULD. And it'd be easier to just recognize the signs he wants you back immediately. We all been there. We all gone through screaming over the phone, sending endless texts in the middle of the night. We all cried ourselves to sleep asking why that happened to us. Why me, dear God? Who has and said this at least once in a lifetime. So, after gallons of ice cream or whatever poison you take when you need comfort, you realize that you will be just perfectly fine by yourself. He is not a manipulative asshole who only wants what's the best for him. Maybe he loves you truly, madly, deeply, so he let you go and now he wants you back but won't admit it. If he shows some of these signs, you can be sure that he still loves you and wants you back but won't admit it. He is probably ashamed that he let you go in the first place. He probably knows that he made a mistake and thinks that there is no chance in hell you'll take him back. So, let's see what really at stake. Does he really wants you back? 1. He trying to forget you too fast. No one can get over a breakup in just a matter of days. That's actually a long and painful process. Even if he didn't love you, it wouldn't be that easy to just move on at the speed of light. No, it's just a confirmation that he had some strong feelings for you and he wants to pass them as soon as possible. Love is a very complicated thing. Relationships are very complicated things. You can just break up and hope the pain will go away in seconds like you ripped off a bandage because it won. Things don't work that way. You have to cry. You have to hate your life for a while and then you have to finally accept it. So, if you see him partying and dating other women and yelling that he's fine over you, he is not. He is desperate and actually is dealing with the fact that he made a huge mistake. 2. He is still in touch with your family. Okay, we all know that you choose your partner, but you don't choose their family. Family comes along and if you love that person, you have to accept their family and learn to love them no matter what. Now, some are lucky enough to land on super cool parents-in-law, but some are not. If your ex is still in contact with your family and he does and have to be, that an obvious sign he still likes you and wants you back, although it seems that he won't admit it for some reason. 3. He asks your mutual friends about you. If you have been in a relationship that has lasted longer, you probably had some mutual friends or his friends that became yours and your friends that became his. Now, these friends are not in a comfortable situation. Usually, they have to take sides, but there are some who stay in the middle. No matter what, these friends are the most common targets of exes who want to get back to the person they broke up with. He will probably ask about you, what you been up to, or are you seeing anyone. He'll show a huge interest in your life because he regrets he is no longer a part of it and he wants you back badly. 4. He sends you text messages out of the blue. He sends you texts to check up on you, to see if you are okay, like he wants to be friends with you, despite the fact you are no longer in a relationship. He does and want to pressure you into talking with him, so he knows exactly the right dose of texts to send, the right amount of not to be too pushy but to keep himself in the back of your mind. Actually, what he wants is to see how you doing. Are you miserable as he is? And if he senses it, he will try to take you back because, obviously, he has made a huge mistake, but won't admit it. He is ashamed for letting go a perfect girl like you. 5. He talks about your relationship. He keeps mentioning the good old days and how much fun you had. The truth is, most of us remember only the good times after we break up with someone, especially after some time has passed. But, he is fixated on the good times you had on purpose with the intention of luring you back to those nice memories. But, you know that it takes time to forget what has happened to you. It takes time to emotionally heal and move past all the bad things that have happened to you, and so does he. So, he will strategically wait for some time and then come back and talk about happy memories. If you still have feelings for him, give him another chance and a chance to explain himself because he obviously still crazy in love with you. 6. He changing for the better. You can change anyone, and that a fact. I mean, you can change their core, who they really are deep inside, but you can change the behaviors, reactions, and actions someone takes. You can show them their behavior is not okay. You can show them their mistakes and help them work on them. The point is, the only thing you can do is to show them where they went wrong and be their support if they want to make things right. While you were dating, you wanted to succeed in that, but he would and listen. He thought nothing was wrong with him, but now he has probably realized that you were right and he wants to change and grow. He wants to learn from his mistakes and improve his behavior. You can see that clearly from the way he behaves now. That means he took your words seriously and wants to improve himself and get you back. but he won't admit it. 7. He drunk dials you. A drunk mind speaks a sober heart. That is the absolute truth. When you are under the influence of alcohol, your rational mind takes a break and all the things and feelings you hiding inside come out to play big time. You don't care at all about the consequences of your words and actions, and you will say pretty much everything that is in your heart and soul. So, if he drunk dials you saying he loves you and wants you back, it probably because he really does. But this can also be a tricky situation because he might just want to have sex with you. So, how can you actually know which one of these two situations is true? Well, if he calls you back in the morning and shamefully apologizes, then you know he was serious. But if you don't get a call back, then you know he only needed you for one thing: sex. 8. He active on social media. He is following you and liking your pictures, but not in a creepy way, in a good and friendly kind of way. Or he is doing something completely the opposite, and that is posting too many photos of himself having a good time. The first scenario is his calm and rational way of showing he likes you. If he didn't like you, he wouldn't have any interest in your photos or your social media profiles. The second scenario is his irrational and strange way of coping with the pain of losing you. He is posting photos of him partying heavily and hanging out with different women. This is his way of trying to make you jealous and his cry for help because he has realized he has lost something he shouldn't have. You. 9. He mentions your breakup. Maybe he does it out of the blue, or he has come up with a whole introductory scenario that will lead to talking about why you broke up. Either way, he clearly has some unresolved issues he would like to take care of. I mean, why you would bring up something that delicate and painful like a breakup if you don't want to talk about it and try to solve it, or just get closure? If he brings up the breakup talk, it most probably because he wants to resolve it, although getting closure is equally possible. The best way you can find out which one of the two is at stake is to let the conversation go in the direction he wants it to go. If he expresses regret and sorrow, it means he wants you back. But if he just states the fact and seeks answers, he just wants closure. 10. He wants you to be friends after all. No matter what happens between you two, he will do anything to keep his friendship with you. He will try with everything he got to keep you in his life, even if that means he'll suffer in silence because he loves you but can take you back. Think about it. Who would like to stay friends with their ex? Who would like a constant reminder that you two didn't get along and all you have behind you is a failed relationship? Only the guy who wants you back but won't admit it.